How's it going?
Got 3 hours to save this place from bankruptcy. I just fired one of my best employees, and the woman taking care of my sick child isn't returning my calls.
Rachel's gonna be fine. I'm sure whoever he or she is deserves it, and we're not going bankrupt. Are we?
Don't worry, the board will fire me before they allow that to happen.
They'd never fire you.
I just told Atlantic Net Insurance I'd terminate unless they gave us a 12% bump.
They might fire you.
Sitting here on the set of Absolutely Nothing, actually, with Lisa Edelstein, who actually plays Lisa Cuddy on House. That's why she probably looks familiar, unless you watch ER, which I think you have never been on.
I was on once. I was on once.
Oh, so that's why people, we were talking before, and people asked her if she's, are you on ER?
They just got the show wrong. They knew it was medical. This was in the first season. He recognized me as being on a medical show, which they thought was ER. And then when they realized it was House, they thought all I really did on the show was say, no, you don't.
That's changed, by the way. Yeah. We got a new episode coming up, and it's all about Cuddy. And when I say all about Cuddy, is you could be hard-pressed to find a frame without her in it.
I got them to come up to 8%, but we should get at least 12.
It's all numbers. Do the math. And nothing else.
It's not about my pride. It's about the principle. They're trying to screw us over because we're small.
That's what they're supposed to do.
They should be pressuring other hospitals to be more like us, not trying to make us more like them. It's stupid.
Putting your job on the line in an effort to stamp out stupidity isn't.
You would.
Probably.
It doesn't look like your typical House, but it's typical as far as, man, it's great writing, and it's really, really well done. I'm kind of kissing up to her right now, but even without her, in fact, get her out of the frame. It's really done well. Now, when they came to you with the pitch, like, hey, Lisa, this is what we're going to do, what were you thinking?
Well, they told me they were going to do an episode about my character, but they didn't tell me anything about it. And I saw it. I got to read the episode a little bit earlier than you normally get to see an episode. I usually get the script the day before we start shooting, and this time I got it maybe 2 weeks. And I got to be involved in dialogue and in character arc. So that was really a lot of fun for me to flex a few more muscles than I normally get to.
Oh, so Lisa had input on Lisa.
That is correct. Yes, which is not usual. He's usually just got to walk in there and just make it happen.
Because we rarely talk to writers and executive producers, and when we do, it's like, hey, it's just not as interesting. But I know it's really important because I've seen shows with really good actors, and the show stinks, and you go, man, how does that happen? No, not good producers and not good writers.
Well, the wonderful thing about our group of writers and producers is that it is a fairly open door in terms of us being able to communicate with them and what we think or feel about something. However, most episodes do not revolve around my character, shockingly. So I don't really have much to say or do about how things are moving along. I just have to kind of make it work. Whereas in this case, because it was all about my character, it was much more interactive, and it was interactive in a way that everybody was happy to do. So it was really fun for me. They need us.
No, we need them.
We need each other.
The negotiation is your responsibility, so we can't stop you if this is what you want to do. But just so we're clear, if we don't have a contract with Atlantic Net, you're not going to have a contract with us.
It seems like things are getting a little hectic for Cuddy in this episode. As a matter of fact, it's almost like an episode of 24. We look into your life and go,
right.
What?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, that you really get that she is nonstop from the minute she wakes up at 4:30 in the morning until the minute she drops down and goes to bed. It is a huge task to run a hospital and also be a doctor and also take care of House and also take care of a child.
But all we see is you taking care of House. We go, well, I guess that's the toughest thing that she has to do. Right. And I guess she's shuffling papers, and in between shuffling papers, she has her one job, and that's to take care of House. You watch this episode, she's got a lot more stuff to do.
Yeah, it's informative, but in a sexy way, I hope.
No, it really is sexy. Okay. Wow, especially the Pilates thing. If you dig it. And here's another
yoga. It's yoga, by the way, but
whatever. Oh, that's her. Pilates is with the little machine.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, you can do it without a machine, but it's yoga.
We see glimpses of House's humanity throughout the series, and you kind of see this here. And when he jumps into the car,
they're not going to fire you. You're not going to quit.
Why not?
Because you're an idiot. This place needs you. That matters to you.
Yeah, I think what's nice about the episode is that you see her relationship with Lucas as being this kind of safe zone for her to just know somebody's there who's uncomplicated and is going to just show up. But then you see her relationship with House, which is very deep and very long and kind of impenetrable. You can't really. There's nothing that can get in the way of that. It's like it's a fast-moving train that has a life of its own. So I really kind of like seeing those two relationships side by side.
Yeah, and there's a couple chinks in Cuddy's armor that we're finding out as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. I just,
And actors love that, don't they? Go, oh, I have something to you have a problem about? Oh,
well, it gives you something interesting to do. Yeah. She has to make an enormous amount of tough choices. She has to take a lot of risks in this episode, and yet she has to look like she's in control because she runs the place. She has to walk down the hallway and be nice to everybody and smile at everybody, and then not lose it when she has a moment alone. But she has to give herself those moments enough that she can process what's happening. So I think there's very few people that she can actually really be herself with, and House is one of them.
and that's the one thing I notice about this. Cuddy is alone a lot because she has House on that side, she has the staff on that side, she has the board on that side, she has the insurance company. There is nobody like, oh, at least she has a team member. Nothing.
Even Lucas is, she's still alone even in there. I think, yes, she's taken on a lot and she's trying to be in control of a lot, and ultimately you can't really maintain that high level of action for your entire life. So it's quite a challenge.
Did you find out a lot about Cuddy? Because you've been through 6 seasons. Did you find out a lot about her in this one episode? Because obviously we all did.
Well, I don't think it's a discovery for me necessarily. I think it's more of a reveal. The character that we've all been working on for 6 years. We just don't get to see her very often in that capacity. So it was a lot of fun to show her off a little bit that way.
Right. So when you mentioned Lucas, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we want Cuddy and House to be together," and we've seen dream sequences or hallucinogenic. I don't know what those things were, but they were pretty fun to watch. That was a great season, by the way. Jesus, I love that one.
Thanks.
So and then Lucas comes into the picture. I mean, I guess what can we talk to our diehard fans about? Well, gee, he's a sweetheart guy, great character. He's like, yeah, he's a nice guy, but we still want to see her with House a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Cuddy, first of all, needed to have sex.
We can edit that out, can't we? Just have shoes. Buy shoes. We'll put the.
She works really hard, and I think at some point she decided to just have something she knew would be there when she got home from this crazy job. He's a nice guy. He helps take care of her. He helps take care of the kids. He's uncomplicated. He just shows up. And those things are a really wonderful package to have. However, the relationship she has with House runs deep and is complicated and is exciting and is full of chemistry. So is it really possible to choose long-term the person that you think you should be with versus the person that really excites you, even though it might be sick? And I don't think that's an uncommon struggle for women, particularly women who have a lot on their plate. And I think it's perfectly valid for Cuddy to be exploring that and getting a little some on the side at the same time.
Lisa, thanks so much, and it's good to talk to you. As soon as I came in, she goes, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, we've been doing these for six seasons, and it's always nice to."
He's gonna shake my hand, but it's like we've been down this road so many times at this point. It's like,
I will hug her over and over and over again. It's just professionally speaking. Thanks so much, and I guess we'll see you again soon.
I hope so. Bye.